I'm gonna drop a little childhood influence here too. So if you've regularly listened to the show, you'll know that I grew up playing the Grand Theft Auto games, specifically the PS2 ones. And in GTA Vice City, I know I told you about the radio in San Andreas.
Yeah.
But the rock station, V-Rock, in GTA Vice City, that game is set in 80s Miami in 1986. And the fucking rock station in that game, are you ready for this? Has Peace Cells, Madhouse, and Rain in Blood on it, as well as a bunch of other glam and 80s acts. Honestly, that whole V-Rock playlist is a trip, dude. But
please tell me that somewhere on there is the Miami Vice theme song that you can listen to on the game.
Crockett's theme is on there. Yeah,
not the theme song though.
It's the do 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 do.
Okay, so no, not the theme. No.
I wish though. It's like
not to go off on a tangent, but I had the 12-inch maxi single of the Miami Vice theme song where they stretched it out to like 10 minutes, and I was just like, this fucking rules. That was a thing back in the day. You would actually buy singles of TV theme songs.
Yeah, like I've got the Miami Vice tape here somewhere. I bought it in a record store.
Man.
I saw it.
You
and I was like,
belong to the city. Yes. Why is it? There needs to be more saxophone in songs these days. What's going on, man?
Agreed. I would absolutely pay good money to see a metal band. They probably exist, but instead of having lead guitar, all the solo sections are played by a saxophone. Yeah. That would sound so fucking cool.
Yeah. I would totally love that. But I'm trying to think, what was the other big? There was another. Oh, the other one that I had the 12-inch single was of the Axel F theme song from Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah,
that was like another one that I totally loved. I can't imagine that being a thing today. You know, a TV theme song. Well, I guess people bought the soundtrack for like, you know, Stranger Things and stuff like that. So I guess there's a level of that now, but they weren't on the pop radio. Like the Miami Vice theme was on the radio.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's anyway, sorry, that has nothing to do with 1986. Well, except for it's around the mid 80s, but that's awesome. So another side note, because I know that you play video games. I keep seeing all of this shit for this Cyberpunk game. Like there's a soundtrack that came out. Is that like a game that everyone's really looking forward to? Because I think I even saw Keanu Reeves on a commercial for it or something.
Keanu Reeves plays one of the characters in it, and I'm gonna hold out on it for a while because it's a next-gen game. So I don't have the PS5 yet, and I've heard the PS4 version of the game has a lot of bugs. So apparently upon release it was met with some criticism. Like aesthetically it looks like the game I've dreamt of for about 4 years. But I'm gonna wait it out a little bit, wait until, you know, some more stuff has come out for the PS5, and then when it comes out I'll buy it, and I'll definitely get that game providing it's, you know, working properly. But that's the thing. I with a lot of stuff these days, this is just my little a quick side tangent, and I know this is a music podcast, but I just got to say this: game developers need to stop relying on updates to fix broken products that they sell out of the game, because it's become too reliant these days. Because back in the day, when you didn't have the advent of online, you couldn't fucking just download an update because you didn't have access to the internet on it.
You had to buy a whole new cartridge.
You bought the cartridge, or you bought the disc, you put it in and played it. Now you got to wait like 3 days for it to fucking download, depending on your broadband speed, and it's it's too complicated these days.
I'm not a gamer by any stretch of the imagination. I haven't played a newish video game since I played like Tony Hawk Underground or something like years back. But I thought it was interesting.
Remaster of that.
I saw that, and like that's my daughter tried to make that a suggestion of like, oh, maybe we should get the new PlayStation or whatever because you like that, don't you, Dad? I'm like, okay, nice try. But yeah, the only reason I brought that up is because it's got, like rock music and hip hop music on the soundtrack, and it seems like it's a big deal. And honestly, maybe this is the chunk that I'll cut out and I'll put on YouTube for everybody to watch, and I'll be like, hey, look, just like every other metal channel out there, we'll talk about video games for a minute. Because it seems like that's what they all do. They're all like metal and video games. I don't know why I made them British. I didn't mean to make that.
Well, I am. And I do that.
I think it's because I like saying the word metal without the T. It just sounds, it sounds heavier for some reason. Like metal sounds like it's way too meticulous in what you're doing. Metal sounds like you're just ramming it home, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was our tangent.
I have a soft spot for rock that sounds like it could be in the Rocky IV soundtrack, and it's just got that perfect amount of 80s-ness.
Now I'm trying to think of what was the montage song in Rocky IV. Like I can almost hear it.
Well, you've got like 3 fucking montages in the movie, so
I'm thinking of the one where he's training by pulling the logs and stuff, and then Drago or whatever is in the.
That's Hearts on Fire, Strong Days. Who did that? Oh.
Sammy Hagar, probably.
There's another one. No Easy Way Out.
There's no easy way out.
By the way, working on an EP. There's a montage song on it. It's fucking rad. It's one of my proudest moments.
I want to go. I'm going to go do that. I need to go look up all of the 80s montage songs and just make a playlist for myself, and then I'll play it when I'm working out. That'll be like an exercise. But why have I not done that already? That is the most perfect idea.
You're in luck because you're talking to the guy that has an 80s montage playlist.
Nice.
And I will send it to you.
Just send me the link. I don't have Spotify, but send me the song list or something, because I'm even thinking about like Over the Top. Meet me halfway. Like that song. There's so many good ones. And then of course, like you like a montage song that always sticks out to me is from the movie Rad, the BMX movie, and it's Thunder
in your heart.
Well, there's that one, but then there's also Send Me an Angel. Like that one is later on in the.
That's it. That's another episode. Top 10 montage songs.
God, but shit, man, just 10.
Yeah, true. Fuck it. That's going to be a 24-hour live stream. We're going to review every single one. And
you can't, you can't cheat and use the montage song from, is it Team America? Where they're all like talking about a montage, montage.
I gotta say, I included the America, fuck yeah, in the playlist. Just because it's got the
yeah, it's pretty perfect. But no, that's definitely something I need to do, because I'm all like always looking for motivational music for when I'm on the elliptical thing, and I'm just like, oh man, why am I not already doing like a Rocky style montage playlist? And so it's going to happen. Another tangent, folks, but this is what happens on this show.
one last thing on this tangent before we close it. I want to give a little plug here to a guy called Hugh Myrone. He does
you were gonna say Hugh G Rection. My old buddy.
Oh man. Where is it? Did I tell that story on the podcast?
About your erection? I don't know.
Have I not told you the Hugh G Rection thing?
No.
Okay. I got to tell that one as well. Okay. First, my shout out for Hugh Myrone. Where is it?
It sounds like. I don't mean to make fun of the dude's name. Hey, why don't you Hugh Myrone, motherfucker?
Yeah, there's a video game soundtrack called Drift Stage Volume 1. I don't think the video game ever came out, but the soundtrack did. And the soundtrack is fucking amazing, and it's exactly that kind of 80s montage lead guitar shit.
Yeah.
Mwah, so fucking good. But yeah, anyway, back to the Hugh G Rection.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I got a good story here. So back in high school, they would put out little surveys for the students to take, so that they could find out if there was anything that they could improve on. You know, has this? You know, it was like a disagree, strongly disagree, agree, strongly agree kind of thing. You tick the multiple choice box and handed it back in. Well, the thing is, me and a few of my friends didn't really take it very seriously, but I was the only person to put a fake name on it. So I put Hugh G Rection in the name, and everybody else put their normal names. Now, I didn't know that they were going to trace this back to me. So essentially, I handed it in, and about like a couple days later, we had like a registration room thing right at the start of the day, and they said, "Hey, Will, my name's Will. Outside of the Eddie Sparxx,
Shh, we don't. I'm gonna bleep that out. Nobody needs to know your real name. Nobody knows my real name.
It will forever remain. It will forever remain a mystery. It's just Eddie and Old Head." But yeah. So anyway, they said, "Hey, Eddie, did you do the survey?" And I was like, "Survey? Survey, you say?" And they were like, "Well, we traced it back, and we could only nail it down to a Mr. Hugh G Rection. You wouldn't happen to know anyone called that or anything?"
Did they just think that you were the only dude that would have done that?
Oh, well, the thing is, like, everyone in the class erupts in laughter.
Yeah.
And proudest high school moment. Yeah.
those getting people to do those is one of the most rewarding things. It's almost as rewarding as D's nuts, when you can get a good D's nuts on somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Those are always good too. But
you like tapes and CDs? I'm gonna tape my dick to your forehead so you can see these nuts.
No, my version of that was always, do you prefer cassettes or CDs? And then they would be like, I'm gonna be smooth and pick cassettes, and I'd be like, cool, I'm gonna cassette these nuts in your mouth. Where were we? What were we talking about?